right, everybody, welcome back for another episode of 3-Minute Success. I'm here to talk about getting clear and better understanding financial goals and priorities. So when we talk about financial planning, I think for a lot of us, we immediately go into this, okay, I have to be a human calculator and figure out how to pay for stuff. And that actually jumps to about the last part in the process. And if we go all the way back to the beginning, it's helping to understand what are our values, what's our vision for our family, who do we want to be when we're at our best, and who do we never want to be. There are a number of other episodes on that topic. Feel free to search the channel and you can find them. But assuming you already have those in place and you're thinking about, okay, now we have more tangible goals, or we have at least ideas about specific goals that we want to explore further. And so this might be things like, I want to really make access to education a priority for my children. I'm not sure how to do that, but I know I want them to be able to have an education. Or it might be, we really want to be able to do extensive travel and do that indefinitely, but we don't really know what that means, right? So we take some of these feelings and these emotions and these general ideas that are rolling around inside us, and how do we actually pull those into the context where we can have a discussion about them, whether that's with your spouse, significant other, your kids, somebody else that's really important to you that you're going to collaborate with, whatever it is. And so there are really 3 different ways that I would recommend doing that. The first is my favorite because I'm a written down kind of person, and that's journaling. So I take my journal, a pen, and I turn off my devices and I go to my favorite coffee shop. I have a coffee and I sit down and I write I feel statements. I write questions that I ask myself. I'm just jotting notes. I don't plan on ever handing this in. It doesn't need to go to anybody else. It's a process for me to be able to explore and better understand what I'm thinking, feeling, and wanting. And throughout that process, I'm able to understand, okay, well, when I say access to education, that really means I want them to be well set up to be successful in their career. And that means at a minimum a bachelor's degree, right? So I want to make sure that undergraduate education is something that my kids can go into, they can achieve while focusing on education, and they can graduate without any debt. That's me. When I think about education, that's what I really think of. So that's one method. The second one is to open up like a voice note app and just start talking. You'll be amazed at what comes out of your mouth if you're just talking and exploring and saying, well, I said that, but I don't really understand what that means. And that's interesting. I should go deeper. Maybe I feel that way because of. I've done that a number of times. It's really fascinating. And again, you don't have to hand this in or give it to your spouse or significant other. You can delete the note as soon as you're done, but the point is to get clarity. The third one is to open up a video recording, right? So being able to record yourself as you're talking, you get to see body movement, you get to see expression, you get to see where your eyes look, if you're searching for something, all of those different cues. That is, you take a break after you record it, go back and watch yourself, just exploring the topic. You can really get a lot more information to help you understand why am I thinking, feeling, or doing certain things. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of context to think about how do I take these general things that I want and get specific, because that's what allows you to actually do the calculation, financial planning piece of it on the back end. Hopefully this gives you something good to think about. We have a deeper dive on this topic and many others over at entrepreneuraligned.com, and I'll be back with you again next time.